Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Dwight Freeney for enshrinement in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Jim. You are by far the best owner in the National Football League, and I appreciate you, my friend, and all that you do. And of course, thank you to the Hall of Fame for this incredible honor. I'm proud to be a part of this amazing class. Congratulations, fellas. All of you know that nobody gets to this stage without hard work, sacrifice, and an amazing team and community around you. I definitely had that starting with my parents. Dad, you were my first coach. You introduced me to sports. You were always loving and supportive, no matter the outcome. You're always my biggest critic, though, pushing me to my fullest potential. Those hours that we spent together helped us bond, memories that will last forever, and that built me into the person that I am today. I love you, Dad. Mom, you were at every one of my games since high school. You've always protected me and covered me with prayer. And you told me one time that life isn't a straight road. It's full of peaks and valleys, and navigating through that is the key. That has stuck with me throughout my entire life and helped me through some really tough times. And now publicly, I finally want to say I'm so sorry for the time I jumped out the window when I was 2 years old at the second-story window of our babysitter's house. But who knows? Maybe that daredevil in me created my spin move. Mom, I love you. Now for my big brother, Hugh. Boy, we used to get after it. We put dents in walls, holes in ceilings, and even destroyed a few mailboxes. We played NBA Finals in the garage, World Series in the backyard, and Super Bowl Sundays in the front. Hugh, if I wasn't trying to keep up with you, I may not be here today. I love you, bro. Thank you. And to my beautiful wife, Britt. Britt, you made this journey after retirement an easier road for me. It's really hard to step away from the game, but knowing that I was gonna start a life with you made it all worth it. It's a total mystery how you just do it all. You raise our 2 girls, you have your own business, and you put up with me, which is not easy. Thank you for always having my back through the ups and downs. And most of all, thank you for being who you are. I love you. And to my beautiful girls, Olivia and Alana, from time to time, I think about coming out of retirement for just one more year. Until I realize I can't even catch my 3-year-old running down the hallway with the TV remote. It's crazy. I went from chasing quarterbacks in the league to pulling hamstrings chasing my kids. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. I hope that both of you will dream big and give it your all in whatever you do. Those dreams and hard work and sacrifice will pay off one day. Just keep believing, and you never know what will happen. Daddy loves you. The beginning of my journey started in Bloomfield, Connecticut. My parents are both Jamaican, so soccer was in my blood. If it wasn't for my high school coach, Jack Cochran, pulling me off that soccer field and convincing me to play this great game, I wouldn't be on this stage today. Your invaluable lessons and work ethic stayed with me for my entire life. You also taught me what it takes to become a champion. In our senior year, we finally won that elusive state championship. Thank you, Coach. My journey then took me to Syracuse University, where I played 4 years. My head coach, Paul Pasqualoni, was a great coach. Football is a tough game. You have to be ready for it mentally and physically. Coach P, you toughened me up, and you taught me how to be a student of the game. And you helped this boy become a man. Thank you, Coach. I also want to thank the entire coaching staff and teammates at the Cuse. Thank you for the memories and pushing me day in and day out. Thank you. And a special thanks to William Hicks, who was a staple throughout my college and pro career. You trained me like Rocky Balboa, and you pushed me to my absolute limits. My friend, you mean the world to me. Thank you. When I left Syracuse, I was lucky to have Gary Richard as my agent. He prepared me to succeed, and he always had my back. Unfortunately, Gary passed away in 2011 and left a huge void in my heart that will never be filled. I love you, Gary, and I know you're watching, smiling down. Tom Condon, thank you for picking up the mantle when Gary passed. You are truly awesome. I also want to thank my team outside the lines. Sari and Leon Melman, Joe Hipplesteel, and Dennis Thompson. Dennis and Sari, rest in peace, my friends. You all made sure I did the right things off the field so that I can be who I needed to be on the field. Thank you. I also want to thank the Chargers organization, Arizona Cardinals, Atlanta Falcons, Seattle Seahawks, and the Detroit Lions for the time that I spent there towards the end of my career. On those teams, I played with some great players and soon-to-be Hall of Famers. Antonio Gates, Phillip Rivers, Larry Fitzgerald, Calais Campbell, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson, to name a few. Thank you, fellas, for the memories and being great teammates. To Bruce Arians, you always kept it real. Thanks for calling me and getting me off that golf course, man, when I went for the Cardinals. Look, all those golf balls I was losing, boy, those things were getting expensive, man. And now for the Indianapolis Colts. To General Manager and Hall of Famer Bill Polian, who took a chance on this young guy from Syracuse. You had a vision on how you wanted to build this team, and we made it happen when we won the Super Bowl in 2006. Thanks for that memory, and it will stay with us for a lifetime. Thank you. To Hall of Famer, Coach Dungy, your teachings and how you carried yourself. Your teachings and how you carried yourself on and off the field spoke volumes. You put us in the position to succeed, and I'm so honored to be on your team again, Coach. Thank you. To Jim Caldwell, thank you for being an amazing man and a great coach. And by the way, I'm still waiting to play offense like you promised in high school, man. I still remember that. To my defensive line coach, John Turlink, from statements like, it's always a pass, unless it's a run, to visualizations in the meeting room. Your teachings were revolutionary. If there ever should be a position coach in the Hall of Fame, it should be you. I wish you were here today, my friend. Rest in peace, big fella. I also want to thank the rest of the coaching staff for always preparing us like no other staff could do. To the training staff and equipment managers and the unspoken staples of our franchise, thank you for what you do. You make what we do on the field possible. Now, for my Indianapolis Colts teammates. People always ask me, how do we win so many games? We made each other better by pushing each other to the max in practice, so the games became that much easier. Thank you, Tariq Glenn, Dallas Clark, Jeff Saturday, Reggie Wayne, to name a few. Reggie, your time is coming, man. Keep the faith. As far as my defense, without you guys, there'll be no me. Thank you, Bob Sanders, Gary Brackett, Antoine Bethea, Cato June, David Thornton, Kelvin Hayden, and Marlon Jackson, along with many others. Thank you to my fellow D linemen, Raheem Brock, Boogie McFarland, Monte Rega, Josh Thomas, Larry Triplett, and the rest of you guys for the laughs, the tears, and the prayers that usually went, uh-oh, please, Lord, let it be a pass. To Robert Mathis, one day you'll be up here, man, and I'll be cheering you on like I used to do on the field, brother. To my Hall of Fame teammates, I learned so much from you guys. Peyton Manning. I watched how you prepared day in and day out so that you could be your best. That taught me the importance of preparation, and I was never surprised by my opponent. Marvin Harrison. I watched you practice full speed every day, which taught me that practice was the place to master my craft. You made every route look the same, which helped me be a better pass rusher, trying to make all my moves look the same. Edgerrin James. You taught me how to be a true pro on and off the field. And you were a great teammate and a pretty good roommate before the games, even though you wouldn't let me adjust the temperature above 59 degrees, man. I'll never forget that. Oh, man. Now to the Big Blue Nation, the Indianapolis Colts fans. You guys are the best fans in the National Football League. You made every game memorable. Thank you for your support and being a part of our team. I also want to thank those who paved the way for me that happily and intentionally used quarterbacks to soften their fall while they took them out. Jason Taylor, Michael Strahan, John Randall, Richard Dent, Ricky Jackson, Warren Sapp, Bruce Smith, and Lawrence Taylor, who every Sunday I used to run to the TV at 1 p.m. to watch him destroy another one of his opponents. I am honored and humbled to be on the same team with you guys. Thank you. I also want to thank this great game of football for giving me the opportunity to express myself and my creativity to the world. I always felt like I was an artist, and the football field was my canvas, and I was forever grateful for that feeling. One of the things that motivated me was never being completely satisfied with myself or my performance. It's what drove me to continue to improve my skill set and my mission to perfect my craft and try to dominate every single Sunday. I realized in order to win the battles on the field, I had to win the battles internally with myself. I had to keep pushing myself not to be complacent or lazy, not to use excuses, and just make it happen. So if you're a young, aspiring, future NFL player, let me say this. Football is not an easy game. It can seem like an impossible journey. But always remember that your hard work and sacrifice are the keys to opening the door to your dreams. People will call you too slow, too short, not tough enough, not strong enough. Use those words as fuel to ignite the internal fire that will motivate you and push you to places that you never thought were possible. All those bumps and bruises that make you want to quit, fighting through that will make you into a better player and a better person. So I hope that you guys can look at my journey and what I went through and know that it's possible to become who you want to be. And lastly, let me close with a verse from Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. That means a lot to me. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Thank you, God, for giving me that future, and God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you.